Amazon, amazing song, Amazon River. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Welcome to Amazon Stock Analysis. You will learn the history of Amazon, what is Amazon's businesses, including e-commerce, advertising, Amazon Prime, and Amazon Web Service. We will look at the financials of each sector for Amazon, then we will look at Amazon's financial situation, while also looking into its main e-commerce competitor Shopify, and finally discuss Amazon's current stock price and where maybe you can look at pricing point to buy the stock. Let's head off into the Amazon rainforest and weave through the bushes to find a hidden gem that is Amazon. Amazon Incorporated provides online retail shopping services. It provides services to 4 primary customer sets: consumers, sellers, enterprises, and content creators. The company also provides other marketing and promotional services such as online advertising and co-branded credit card agreements. It serves consumers through its retail websites with a focus on selection, price, and convenience. It designs its websites to enable its products to be sold by the company and by third parties across dozens of product categories. It also manufactures and sells the Kindle e-reader and strives to offer customers the lowest price possible through low everyday products, pricing, and free shipping offers, including through membership in Amazon Prime. The Kindle e-reader is for people that want to read books online. The company offers programs that enable sellers to sell their products on its websites and their own branded websites, earning fixed fees, revenue share fees, or per unit activity fees from these transactions. It also serves developers and enterprises of all sizes through Amazon Web Service, which provides access to technology infrastructure that enables virtually any type of business. The company operates in 2 principal segments: North America and International. The North American segment consists of retail sales of consumer products and subscriptions through North America's focused websites such as Amazon.com and Amazon.ca. The international segment consists of retail sales of consumer products and subscriptions through internationally focused locations. This segment includes export sales for these internationally based locations, including export sales from these cities to these sites to customers in the US and Canada. The company was founded by Jeffrey Bezos in July 1994. Amazon.com's history. The company was founded in 1994, spurred on by what Bezos called the Regret Minimization Framework, which described his efforts to fend off any regrets for not participating sooner in the internet business. In 1994, Bezos left the employment as vice president of D. Shaw & Co., a Wall Street firm, and moved to Seattle, where he began to work on a business plan for what would eventually become Amazon.com. After reading a report about the future of the internet, which projected annual web commerce growth at 2,300%, Bezos created a list of 20 products that could be marketed online. He narrowed that list to what he felt were the 5 most promising products, which included compact disc, computer hardware, computer software, videos, and books. Bezos finally decided that his new business would sell books online due to the large worldwide demand for literature, the low price points for books, along with the huge number of titles available in print. Amazon was originally founded in Bezos' garage in Bellevue, Washington. The company began as an online bookstore, and ideas spurred off with discussion with John Egerman of Egerman Books, along with Keyur Patel, who still holds a stake in Amazon. In the first 2 months of business, Amazon sold to all 50 states in over 45 countries worldwide. Within 2 months, Amazon sales were up to 20,000 a week, while the largest brick-and-mortar bookstores and mail-order catalogs offered 200,000 titles, and online books could carry several times more since they had an almost unlimited virtual, not actual warehouse, those of the actual product makers and suppliers. Bezos wanted a name for his company that began with A, so that it would appear early in alphabetical order. He began looking through the dictionary and settled on Amazon because it was a place that was exotic and different, just as he planned for his store to be, and he believed it was the biggest river in the world, and he planned to make his store the biggest in the world. Bezos placed a premium on his head, starting in building a brand, telling a reporter, "There's nothing about our model that can't be copied over time." But McDonald's got copied, and it still built a huge multi-billion-dollar company. A lot of it comes down to the brand. Brand names are more important online than they are in the physical world. Since 2000, Amazon logo type has created a curved arrow leading from the A to the Z to represent that they carry every product from A to Z, with the arrow shaped like a smile. Amazon was incorporated in 1994 in the state of Washington. In July 1995, the company began service and sold its first books on Amazon.com. Public offering of the stock on May 15, 1997, trading under the Nasdaq Stock Exchange under the symbol AMZN at the price of $18 US per share. After 3 stock splits in the late 90s, Amazon's initial business plan was unusual. It did not expect to make a profit for 4 to 5 years. The slow growth caused stockholders to complain about the company not reaching profitability fast enough to justify investing in it, or to even survive the long term. When the dot-com bubble burst at the start of the 21st century, destroying many e-companies in the process, Amazon survived and grew on past the bubble burst to become a huge player in online sales. Finally turned its first profit in the fourth quarter of 2001 of $5 million on revenue more than $1 billion. This profit margin, though extremely modest, proved to skeptics that Bezos' unconventional business model could succeed. In 1999, Time magazine named Bezos the Person of the Year, recognizing the company's success in popular online shopping. Barnes & Noble said Amazon on May 12, 1997, alleging that Amazon claims to be the world's largest bookstore was false. Barnes & Noble asserted it isn't a bookstore at all, it's a book broker. It was settled out of court, and Amazon continued to make the same claim. October 16, 1998, alleging that Amazon had stolen their trade secrets by hiring former Walmart executives. Although this was also settled out of court, it caused Amazon to implement internal restrictions and reassignments of the former Walmart executives. We must understand Amazon Web Services as they continue to march up Amazon's revenue. AWS, or Amazon Web Services, is a comprehensive evolving cloud computing platform provided by Amazon. AWS services can offer organizations tools such as compute power, database storage, and content delivery services. AWS launched in 2006 from the internal infrastructure that Amazon.com built to handle its online retail operations. AWS was one of the first companies to introduce a pay-as-you-go cloud computing model. It scales to provide users with compute, storage, throughput as needed. AWS offers many different tools and solutions for enterprises and software developers that can be used in data centers in up to 190 countries. Groups such as government agencies, educational institutions, non-profit and private organizations can use AWS services. How does AWS work? AWS is separated into different services. Each can be configured in different ways based on the user's needs. Users should be able to see configuration options and individual server maps for their service. More than 100 services comprise the Amazon Web Service portfolio, including those for compute, databases, infrastructure management, application development, security, big data management, analytics, artificial intelligence, mobile development, and so much more. Amazon Web Services provides services from dozens of data centers spread across the availability zone in regions across the world. Amazon's Simple Storage Services provides scalable object storage for data backup, collection, and analytics. A business can save money with S3 through its infrequent access storage tier or by using Amazon Glacier for long-term cold storage. Amazon Elastic Bookstore provides block-level storage volume for persistent data storage. Security and governance. AWS provides a range of services for clouds, including AWS Identity and Access Management, which allows admin to define and manage user access to resources. Amazon Web Services has also introduced tools that automatically access potential security risks. Amazon inspectors analyze an AWS environment for vulnerabilities that might impact security and compliance. Artificial intelligence. AWS offers a range of AI models, development, and delivery platforms, as well as packaged AI-based applications. Amazon AI suites of tools include Amazon Lex for voice and text chatbox technology, Amazon Polly for text-to-speak translation, and Amazon Recognition for image and facial analysis. AWS also provides technology for developers to build smart apps that rely on machine learning technology and complex algorithms. AWS competes primarily with Microsoft Azure, Google, and IBM in the public market. Amazon Web Services has around 30% of the market share, which is huge, worldwide, with the next closest being Microsoft Azure at 19%, with Google next with only 7%. Amazon reported Amazon Web Services revenue of $13.5 billion for the first quarter 2021, which exceeded the analysts' predictions of $13.1 billion. This is compared to $10.3 billion for Q1 2020. AWS revenue grew 32% in the quarter, accelerating from 28% growth in the fourth quarter. In this quarter, AWS revenue accounted for 12% of Amazon's total revenue and nearly 47% of Amazon's overall operating income. AWS continues to bolster the company as a whole with its profitability. This quarter, AWS announced that the former AWS executive and current head of Salesforce, Adam Cebulski, will run AWS, replacing Andy Jassy as he moves up to Amazon CEO, with Jeff Bezos standing down It will be interesting to see how the stock price goes. It dropped $200 when Jeff Bezos left, but it returned to all-time highs again. Amazon CFO Brian Olsavsky said on earnings call with investors, "During the Rona, we've seen many enterprises decide that they no longer want to manage their own technology infrastructure. They see that partnering with AWS and moving to cloud gives them better cost, better capabilities, and better spread of innovation. We expect this trend to continue as we move into the post-Rona recovery. There's momentum around the world, including broad and deep engagement across major industries. Consumers search Amazon direct for goods and services which they can buy through Amazon. The consumer data that this search generates now stays with Amazon. Amazon has little or no interest in selling its user data, a core asset to third parties for marketing purposes. On the contrary, Amazon uses this data in most cases with explicit knowledge and consent of the user to target them with new offers. Amazon's ability to predict interests and preferences relating to goods and services it offers is a growing part of the e-commerce business model. Amazon's e-commerce business model includes pricing according to preference and customer profiles, end-user delivery preferences, last mile, national, regional and international, including different tariffs for delivery, landing costs such as tax and custom fees, delivery costs, and payment options like PayPal and credit cards. Amazon's North American business segment dominates its net sales, accounting for $236 billion in 2020. That is an increase of 38.4% from 2019, and it comprises about 61% of the company's net sales for the year. Operating income for the North America segment during the year was $8.7 billion, comprising about 38% of the total operating income for all segments, including international sales and Amazon Web Service. Operating income for the segment rose 23%. Aside from retail, the other primary sources of revenue for North America is subscriptions, including Amazon Prime, which offers unlimited free shipping and unlimited streaming of movies, TV shows and more, as well as advertising on its various platforms. The international segment has not thrived in recent years. For Amazon, the international business consists of Amazon retail businesses for consumer products and subscriptions for internationally focused online stores. It also includes export sales from those stores, but not those from North America. The international segment finally generated an operation profit in 2020 after at least 3 consecutive years of posting operating losses. The segment reported operating income of $717 million in 2020 compared to an operating loss of $1.7 billion in 2019. It accounts for about 3% of the operating income for all segments. Net sales for the international segment grew 39.7% to $104.4 billion, comprising 27% of the total net sales. Now we know more about the company. Let's look at the net income of $21.3 billion during its 2020 fiscal year, which ended December 31st, 2020. The annual net income rose 84% compared to 2019. Revenue also rose 37.6% to $386 billion. Profits were fueled by robust revenue growth, but received an additional boost from lower operational expenses as a percentage of total net sales. Operating income grew 57.5% to $22.9 billion. Amazon shares outstanding has remained pretty steady from 2018 $500 million to $513 million currently. You would hope in the future they would start buying back shares to give you more ownership in the business. Amazon's net income is soaring from $2.3 billion in 2016 to $27 billion projected for 2021. No wonder the stock is so amazing. Amazon's cash on hand increased from $41 billion to $73 billion, so they have a lot of cash to make acquisitions or put back into the business at any time for an improvement. Amazon is given an F for value as the PE ratio is quite high, close to 70, but tech stocks have always traded at a premium. Growth of revenue of 41% smashes the competition, as the sector median is only 5.6%. What does this all mean for Amazon stock? Amazon is at the forefront of e-commerce delivery, advertising. Their web business has major market share. Let's quickly look at Amazon's e-commerce biggest competition, Shopify. Shopify is now the size of 40% of Amazon's e-commerce space, after nearly doubling in 2020. It was just 25% 2 years ago. The important thing is the readiness of the brand to sell direct to consumer. Sellers on Amazon transacted $300 billion worth of goods in 2020, up 50% year over year. However, Shopify sales reached $119 billion in 2020, up 96% year over year. Shopify overtook eBay in the second quarter of 2020, and while it remains far behind Amazon, it could become the bigger in the next 5 to 10 years. So with all this information, Amazon's worth buying. Current prices of around $3,700 is a big no from me. There is no doubt Amazon is one of the most profitable companies in the world. In terms of value, ideally I'd want it to be around 2,500, would see me load the boat. But for a person that is a long-term investor, Amazon by far is probably the safest play you have in the industry. On the stock market, as online shopping and advertising is not going away anytime soon, and there's ability to diversify into Amazon Web Services, Amazon will continue to expand into the future. I would wait for a dip, if possible, of 3,000, even if you're a long-term player. Whether you get that, we don't know as the stock keeps climbing, but Amazon can clearly go to $10,000 if they don't split the stock, which is a possibility if they want the younger generation involved and get the share price to around $304 per share, which would be a split of stock of 10 shares or more. Their balance sheet is amazing and Amazon has growth potential for years to come. Be interesting to see where Amazon heads into the future. Will they work on Amazon Prime Video? I was surprised to see Amazon Prime is ranked number 2 on the streaming service, but whether they are actually watching videos on the network or using the other services on the platform makes it hard to compare with Netflix and Disney. They may want to add more subscriptions in this space. Time will tell. That's all the time we have today for Amazon stock analysis. Remember to seek professional advice before buying any stock or cryptocurrency. All my videos for educational and entertainment purposes only. Remember to push the guru like button so the knowledge spreads around the world with every like. Subscribe to the channel so you can see more of the videos you love. It's time for me to read a book while Amazon uses my data for their benefit to make more profit for themselves. Enjoy your day and see you next time.